come with me on the adventure to see wild orangutans. I first flew into Medan in North Sumatra, and then I got to this tiny little town called Batik Lawang to get across the river. There's a cute little bridge in this really tiny town. People are still bathing and brushing their teeth and doing laundry in the river. This was the little Airbnb that I stayed in the first night that I was there. It's a super cute hut, and then the next day I woke up around 5 a.m. to start my journey. This was a 48-hour adventure tour through Mount Leuser National Park to try and spot wild orangutans. The group that I went with, it was me, 2 other people, and a guide. These right here are Thomas leaf monkeys. They are born all white, and then they develop black on them. You'll see the little baby here. It's definitely baby season when I was in this national park as well, because we saw so many baby monkeys. They are so cute. They all have like little mohawks on them. I could just stare at them for hours. One of the main exports in North Sumatra is rubber as well as gum. This right here is a rubber tree. They essentially tap it to get this like sap out, and they make rubber out of it. And then we continued onward. Our goal was to really find some orangutans, and look at this, we did. The first sightings of the orangutans that we saw, they were quite far away. As you can see, I'm like super zooming this right now. Here is one of the only 2 places in the world where wild orangutans live. It's here in Mount Leuser National Park in North Sumatra. The other place is in Borneo. And then we took a long break for some well-deserved fruit. And then we kept seeing some turtles. Other things that we saw were giant geckos, moon snakes, lemon ants. We kept walking and walking and walking. Then we took another fruit break. Here we have passion fruit, we have pineapple, we have dragon fruit, bananas. And finally, we are seeing the orangutans. This was honestly one of the best moments of my life. The reason that I wanted to come on this trek was because my grandmother was obsessed with orangutans, and she passed away a few years ago, so I promised her that I would make it an effort to travel the world and try to find them in real time. For me, this felt like my grandmother was coming down the tree to say hello, that she was embodied in one of these orangutans, but it's honestly so amazing how close to us they got. This guy was probably 2 meters away, maybe 1 meter at the closest that he got to us. He's so curious in general. They tend to not be aggressive because they have seen humans before. We don't feed them or anything. And then this was the greatest moment of my life. I literally got so close to him. I stayed still. I did not go any closer, but as a curious animal, they kept coming closer and closer to us, the group. And when I say group, it was just me and the 3 other people that I was with. It was such an intimate experience. I mean, are you serious? Look at him right there. So fat, so funny looking. He literally just jumped down from the tree. This one, he just jumped down from the tree and came over and just started posing for us. Some of them also had babies, which was extremely cute. They're just eating leaves. Words really can't describe how amazing this entire experience was. We walked probably, I'd say, 30 miles. In total, it was just non-stop walking. I think we walked for 15 hours this day. And we really did experience a lot of the jungle. There's just so much to see here, so much to do. The reason that I found this trip actually was that I watched a Netflix series that Obama was narrating about this national park. It's called like Our National Parks on Netflix. And I wrote it down that was my bucket list, and that was something that I really wanted to do. And so I did it, which was actually incredible that I really put my money where my mouth was. Here are the babies that I was talking about earlier. There was about 4 of them that we saw. Like, I really can't get over how freaking cute this was. And then just the jungle in general. Like, these are old growth forests. This tree had to have been at least 200 feet tall, and you could see that the top of it was also like fell off. Look at the base of this tree. I can't even fathom the size of it. I had to stand there for a size comparison. And then we kept walking. Here's where we took a break. We ate more fruit as well. And then when we were looking off into the ridge here, we saw a couple of hornbills, which are kind of like toucans, but they have a second horn. And then we finally got to our sleeping quarters for the night. Look how tiny these beds are, and we're right on the river. This is what we had for dinner. I don't even really know what it was. It was just a lot of like meat and fruit and shrimp crackers. It ended up raining all night, which was kind of amazing, and then we slept under like the candlelight. This is the next morning. You could kind of hear that there's the gibbon. That's what they sound like in the background. And this was us bright and early the next morning. I think this was maybe 6 in the morning. We started our descent down the mountain to get to a river, and we just kept passing the most beautiful trees. These are my buddies. This is a gibbon. This is a white-handed gibbon. I honestly waited so long to see. Look how they move so seamlessly through the trees. They rarely touch the ground because they live 90% of their life in the trees, and they are so fast. It was like, are you kidding me? This is what a monkey is when I think of one. And now this is me being goofy and almost falling down when we're trying to descend. I'm like, hey, can you take a video of me? And then I fall. But here we made it. This is the end of our trek. We ended up swimming for about an hour while they made us lunch. And this water was so cold. It felt amazing. This is me contemplating if I should jump in. They're like, don't jump. It's really shallow depth. But as you can see, I'm wet. I jumped like 5 times before they even told me that. And then to end it all, we ended up rafting about 3.5 hours back to the little town called Batik Lawang. And this is us. They put all of our belongings in that little trash bag, and we rode the rapids down. We saw so many monitor lizards. And they taught us this really cute song. It's like, jungle track in Batik Lawang. See the monkeys, see the birds, see orangutans. Hey! I don't think I have the words quite right. But it was really fun. It was kind of like Jingle Bells. I think we're going to sing it in this next video. Okay, I was right. Jungle track in Butik Lawang. See the monkeys, see the birds, see orangutans. Hey! It was so much fun. I would do it again and again and again. Look at my little toes moving. 10 out of 10. If anyone ever has the chance to go to North Sumatra, this was something that you must do. It was so amazing. It was so cute. Everyone in the town was extremely friendly. They spoke English. They just wanted to practice their English. And there were a couple little art galleries. Like, I ended up buying a couple of art pieces for my mother. This is me and my mom, the little orangutan and the mommy. And then on the one on the right, I got that for my brother. And then the one in the middle is just a rock. And this is the same place I stayed.